was June 3rd, a school night, but that didn't matter. Gary Michael Wilson gathered what he needed to sleep outside in the backyard of his home. The most important item besides his sleeping bag was his wind-up alarm clock, making sure it was set for the early morning event. The weather forecast for the Bay Area was typical: low ground fog entering through the Golden Gate, tracking north up the Delta, Marin and Sonoma counties. The East Bay, getting some broken overcast, but as darkness set in, the sky coming to life with Venus and Jupiter broadcasting their presence. From his backyard on Greenlee Drive, Mike settling in for the night, his alarm set to waken a beholder. The 12-year-old, having heard about an upcoming powerful atmospheric nuclear weapons test at the Nevada test site, the director of Los Alamos Scientific Laboratory had requested permission from the AEC, Atomic Energy Commission, to add Project Climax, a airdropped nuclear device to Operation Upshot Knothole at the Yucca Flats, Nevada nuclear test site. Climax having been planned for the Castle nuclear testing series in the Pacific Ocean before the change. It was early morning before the scheduled June 4th detonation. At 0340 hours, 6 B-36 bombers from the 57th Air Division, Fairchild Air Force Base, Washington, flew in formation at 33,000 feet over the Nevada test site for 47 minutes to simulate a strike and support activities. The crews testing indirect bombing damage assessment equipment, and familiarized themselves with operations pertaining to the use of nuclear weapons. Preceding the squadron was a B-36 weather reconnaissance aircraft from the 19th Air Division, Fairchild Air Force Base. The time having arrived, Operation Climax was about to commence. At 0415 hours, after several practice runs on a 268-degree heading at 26,000 feet, and an airspeed of 250 knots, the B-36, from the 49 25th Test Group, Kirtland Air Force Base, made its run. Aboard was a 30-inch wide, 183-inch long nuclear bomb. The device, weighing 1,840 pounds with a 900-pound implosion unit, was released and detonated at 1,334 feet above Area 7 of Yucca Flats. Once dropped, the bottom of the cloud rising to 35,000 feet, the top attaining altitude of 42,000. Mike watched as Project Climax's nuclear flash briefly lit up the eastern horizon. Even with a dim, slightly overcast morning sky, this blast was by far the largest Mike had witnessed. The airdropped atomic device was projected to discharge over 60 kilotons of explosive, and after viewing the prodigious horizon impression, justified their calculation. The last verification test Mike had witnessed was on an April Saturday morning, and reported as a 43 kilotons tower detonation. The illumination brilliance of Climax was by far eminent. Mike knew that the news broadcast that night would be as customary, announcing that a nuclear explosion rocked the Nevada test site desert, producing a giant mushroom cloud, bellowing up into the stratosphere, and being observed as far away as Las Vegas. He wondered how many people had taken time out of their life to even acknowledge this page of history. The youth also having many other congruous questions. Why didn't more of humanity attest to the events of an ever-present microcosm? Was their inquisitiveness imprisoned, or were they just jaundiced in their resolve and egocentric in their search for the unrevealed? The questions remain unanswered.